Your Honor, we're going to resume playing the video at 53:49.
And do you remember any of the roadside roads?
I remember we went one that was like, I believe it was like the avenue,
Yeah, that's Albany Avenue, that's the main road.
main road.
Did you take a right
We took a,
and then
yes, a
went
right.
down? You happen to remember what road that was? Or what was nearby? Okay. You went down a little ways and then what happened? Took a left, and then you took another left, and then took a right. Okay, so you don't know the road, that's
I do
fine.
know that we went in a loop, because at some point I
Okay.
think we went back to the same
I'm
road.
just asking if you.
During the loop, was anything thrown out? Did he stop and throw anything out?
I think he stopped somewhere
Where did he
in
stop?
a corner.
Corner?
In the corner, and what did he?
What kind of buildings? Was it houses,
No,
stores?
no, I think there was like a green area open in one of the corners.
In the laptop?
So there was an open area on the corner, and what did he put? He put another bag in something? Was it a dumpster? Was it a green garbage
I
can?
wasn't looking, I don't know.
I
I do remember that I think I saw something open, I don't know if it was green now, but like no construction.
Mm-hmm. How many times did he stop before he got back to that?
30 times, I don't remember. If I stopped 30 times, I wasn't drunk.
Again,
because I
listen.
don't remember. 30 stops.
We're starting over. From the time, the main road, when you got off the main road until you got back onto the main road, he stopped how many times do you think? Once, twice, more than that? Can you remember? We're just asking if you
I
can't
know,
remember.
I'm trying, let me think. I mean,
Okay, I'll let you.
one for sure. Otherwise, I would not remember. And I think one, but I'm like scared to say because if I say 5, you say no, it was 30. If I say 10, you say 6.
No, we're not getting technical. Just your
Okay, I think
recollection,
okay,
right?
my recollection is that.
One stop.
One stop that I remember in a corner.
Okay. Where there was some open space and green grass near that rooftop.
There were buildings, but one spot, I don't know why, for one reason, I think it was open. Unless I'm.
Well, I'll be honest with you, we don't know yet. We're gonna find out. We're just trying to have you help us find out, that's all. This isn't
That's what
a
I
trick
remember,
question
but
we're asking you.
maybe and then there were like homes, like,
Homes?
or.
Housing projects?
Huh?
Housing project homes or regular
What is
homes.
house projects?
Like apartments.
apartments, like rows of apartment buildings?
It could be like a brick thing.
Did you only see bags being thrown out? Did you notice anything like a rug or anything?
The rug that was placed up alongside the building, large rug that was rolled up. Okay. But that's another item. So I don't know if you knew where that rug may have come from. Because he does have dumpsters on his properties, right? Otis? He's got,
You mean the home,
Otis has regular access to dumpsters on his properties, but on his
the big
construction.
ones?
Yeah.
Yes, but when the big construction is done,
Well, yes, yes, you guys put your trash out on Fridays, right? Fridays is trash day for your neighborhood?
well, he puts them out on Thursday night.
Thursday night,
And I
right,
put
so
them
trash
on
is fine.
Friday morning.
So why go to the city of Hartford, dump the trash all over the city? That's,
We've done it before.
why?
I don't have like a,
You're very slow moving, Michelle. You
I
know
know,
that.
but-
And you're not-
but because I don't know, he doesn't want to keep the bags in his house or in the construction area. But I don't know, like,
The city airport was right up the road.
So if
we've done it in the club.
so we look at historical phone records, we're gonna put you guys in Hartford together in the task dumping trash all over the city.
No, I said I've never been in that area.
So we're gonna put him in that area dumping trash in Hartford.
I don't know if he went before.
You said he went to Hartford before, doesn't he? He doesn't.
No, I said that we've done it in the past, not in that area. I've I've done, well not me, don't, but he's done with me in Avon, in the club, in the pond. We've done it.
Would you remember of?
You remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
That's fine, you have a dumpster and you wanna throw something, I get that,
yes.
okay?
And we did it once when there was a home parade of something I think it was last year in New Canaan. I helped him in New
And
Canaan.
you can,
Yes,
okay. Have you ever been in New Canaan before?
yes,
How many times have you been in New Canaan?
in my whole life.
Before you said you'd never come down this way, so.
Well,
just
I
trying to
never
make
do.
sure.
I mean, like her house, I've never.
Okay.
But to 183 Hemlock, that it's a house that he constructed. Probably I've been there with the whole parade. I think it was like 4 days in a row. I went every day.
When was that? Recently?
No, that was I think last year. It's like a tour that they do of homes, and one of his homes was in that tour. I went once again to take pictures of that house with the photographer. Well, we met there with the photographer, so that can be 5. I've been once that I went to interview last year.
I kind of want to stop you for a second, because especially now that it's
Maybe
All right.
12 times I've been in New
All right,
York.
yeah, now State's Attorney Williams here, I want to share, this is not a meeting where we want to expand. We don't want to expand things, we don't want to name a whole bunch of things. We want to focus on what we believe you know. Right now, like I told you before, you're under arrest for certain things, not for murder.
Access word.
What?
Access word?
No, you're not.
No.
We're
You
not.
need to know, listen to me.
Try to listen.
I think you know who went down in Canaan with photos on Friday the 24th and murdered Jennifer and where her body is. That's why we are here. We are not here to go back. Several times during this, I've heard you going back to the script. I don't want to go back to the script. I want to go forward. Okay? You have to know you live with Fotis. You lived with him you lived with him during that time.
Let's talk about what led up to this. Fotis recently shaved his head bald and all the hair off his body, correct?
The hair I think.
You did.
When?
Why?
Because the skiing season is starting, and he said, can you do my hair? And he got out of the shower, and I said, yeah, and the machine wasn't.
We have pictures of him water skiing with full head of hair.
He's never done it in the past.
So quite honestly, that's a bunch of it's a crop. Listen to
If
me.
you see
Listen to
pictures-
me. When did you shave his head?
2 weeks ago.
Did you shave it any more than one time?
No.
Okay, I went to the State Police Academy. Monday morning, we had shaved heads. Friday morning, I was standing in the back at attention, and I would look out over a sea of stubble. If you shaved his head 2 weeks ago, he would not have had the appearance that he had the day that we spoke to him. It was shaved more, listen to me, it was shaved more recently than 2 weeks prior. So you need to tell us the truth.
The way I can prove it, if you go in his
I
Instagram,
don't want,
I shaved it that day, or in my phone. The
What's
day-
that day? On his Instagram?
It's in the
Did you
Instagram.
shave it after Jennifer went missing?
No, it was
Prior?
before, yes.
You met him on Saturday morning, so just trying to.
No, he shaved his head before.
And all the hair on his body as well?
No, that I didn't.
But you did do that, right?
I know that, I don't know.
Is he routinely
You don't-
or?
No, he does,
Yes.
he does. The back he walks in the same place where I walk. I got him the gift card for waxing his back. And he goes there or to a Chinese where I do my that's called fancy nails. That I don't get control of, like when he walks with shave or the head, he asked me, can you do my hair? I said, yes. If he got out of the shower, I went like this, the machine doesn't work. I turned the thing, I went again, it didn't work. I put it in 0 and obviously I got him bald. But, and the picture is in Instagram, and we made even a joke that,
listen to me. We feel confident. Listen to me. we feel confident in a few things. First of all, I'm not saying you planned this. There was a lot of pre-planning that went into this.
Okay, but I think
Listen
we
to
have told him.
There's a lot of pre-planning.
Michelle, tell me, did.
Absolutely.
No, this
We're
is
trying to
the
find
two
out.
attorneys here.
We're trying to find out what he did. We wouldn't be here. I would have talked to your attorney and asked you to come in if I thought in a second that you knew what he was gonna do. I wouldn't waste our time, because I would have just said, we'll arrest her. We're here,
To find Jimmy.
we're here because I think you could help, like they said, you can help yourself. Because there's information, whether you think about it, and it might be something simple like, hey, you know what? That day, he got out of the shower, he asked me to shave his head. It's the first time, I don't know, 2 weeks, whatever it was. And he never asked me to do that before, but he asked me to do it that day. So for you, it's a normal day, he gets out of the shower, hey, shave my head. You say, oh, I never did it before, but okay, I'll shave your head for you.
Yes, I think that's
Right, so, but that's information that
okay.
they need. We're not saying you do what he's gonna do, but that's the stuff that they wanna talk to you about.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to, when they went to your house,
No, it's not in my house.
when they went to his house, there was things that they found that weren't there. They look at the closet, there's a section of stuff missing out of the closet.
Of which closet?
I don't have that intimate knowledge from the van people. I'll find out.
In the shoes, your shoes, in the closet, there's a section of them missing.
My shoes missing?
Shoes, yeah.
I only took these and I.
No, that's what I'm saying. So maybe you don't know what he did with them,
With my shoes?
but maybe you could say, hey, my closet, all the shelves had shoes on them.
No.
That's something,
Like, I don't have that many shoes.
okay,
So.
But this is what they're
the
asking
two
you.
shoes I took is this and a New Balance
okay.
from my shoes. And I think a lot stayed like in the floor.
Do you have any flats that you wear?
Yes, I just bought 2 pairs on Saturday. A red one.
Alright, but that's, we're
Before.
talking about before
Ah,
Friday.
if I had flats, my flats, I do have flats. I
You have-
have a red,
Would they be in the closet if you had them?
they can be,
Should
usually,
they be in the house somewhere?
yes, they can be in the mud room, in the TV room, in the family room, in Nicole's room.
So would it be weird to you if the police went in there and they searched the house and they didn't find any of your flats?
They weren't?
I'm asking, would that be,
I know, yes, of course, but
okay,
I didn't know they took shoes.
well then, we don't know, we searched, we didn't find any flats.
We can't do
No,
things that aren't there.
I have flats, I have 2 that are exactly the same, black and gold, that they have like a gold and it's like this.
Attorney McGinnis, can you stop the video, please?
Flats.
Yes, sir.
Court would like to see the photographer, please. Mr. Photographer, would you approach, please?
I don't know what's going on here. You want to talk to the photographer. Now I want to hear.
One hour, 7 minutes, and 12 seconds. We're going to resume playing from there.
Thank you.
Ones that have like a buckle that is silver.
So that's what, so this is what point. The point is not to trap you.
Right.
We're not looking to do that.
Okay.
We're looking for information that can help us. See, because when he came back to Farmington, you know who he was with, or he was by himself. When you first saw
When I
him,
first saw him alone, yes, he went to the house, I mean, he was in the house saying, let's go and have lunch. I saw only him, I didn't see anybody else.
where did you go to lunch?
In the kitchen, no.
Okay, and then he left the house and went by himself to,
Or that was him coming back after he.
what time did you have lunch, I guess?
My guess was around 12 and 1. I told them the other day from 1 to 2, but again, usually my lunch are from 12 to 2 at the most. In those periods, I eat.
You just don't eat.
You
Actually keep all just based on his.
Right, but that's
That's one thing.
first, okay, but he first went to that house, not 80.
The house.
Okay.
First thing we have up the house is 119, yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. And when you first saw him, he was by himself. What car was he in?
When we're talking about
I didn't
cars.
see because I saw him, I was
You saw
up
him?
and he was
Okay.
down in the stairs. I said, can we go and eat? And I said, yes. I went down, I took the pastel de papa, I here and we
Sorry, how was he dressed?
jeans, and he doesn't, from my knowledge, he only has, for what I remember, 2 blue jeans and
I
one
only
black.
wanna know what,
And
how he
a
was
light
dressed.
shirt, a light shirt.
Like a t-shirt? Or
Yes.
like,
Sleeves or no sleeves? Short sleeve?
Sleeves.
Short sleeve, not long sleeve?
No,
Like this, or-
like what I'm wearing.
hold on, a collar? Did he have a collar?
Like it's like what I'm wearing.
Like a polo
Yeah,
shirt?
sure.
Okay.
That's what I remember.
How did you know he was back in the house? Or that afternoon?
Because he said, he calls me Oni. He says Oni, and I was in Nicole's room. So I'm like, yes. Do we go and have lunch? And I went down, and he was looking up, and I was looking down. I said yes. And we went, and I went
That's-
down the stairs.
Noon or 1 to 2, you're not
It's
sure.
around that.
No, I said
Right.
12 to 1.
It's around that.
Did he appear normal to you? He was his normal self? Was there anything wrong with his hands, his arms, his body, anything? No?
Not that I
Nothing that you noticed?
0.
No?
But just for stationary windows effect, you're not sure how long, when he left in the morning, right? 'Cause you didn't see him. Once Nicole called you at 12:59 in the morning,
I went to
you went to her, and he may not have been there in the morning when you woke up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Do you know if Otis had a rash on his body? Any days prior to this? Do you have anything wrong with his skin?
He said that he was getting poisonado.
When did he say
But
that?
I don't know if it was like, not that day, but I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday.
It was after the 24th that he said that. About the poison
I
ivy.
believe so.
And all this was going on for you guys, he said he's starting to get poison ivy.
I believe so, but
Okay.
again, I
So-
don't,
That's fine, don't worry about me trying to lock him in. Now, is there any place on these properties where you've gotten poison ivy before?
yes,
Where?
in the motor, we've got
So
poison.
in the trails where you go motorcycle,
In this part
in this part of the trail,
that I fell with the
and
motor,
this is by the power homes.
yes, but before, this is like, I think it's called behind
Yeah.
our
Okay.
wall. Huh?
Good. We're gonna try to get you a better picture.
Visuals.
I've fallen there before, and when I don't have the jacket and all the motor equipment, I've gotten poison ivy there.
Okay. It's very simple that you got it, it was very easy that you got it, right? You just,
Yeah,
because you weren't covered.
yeah.
Okay. Did he tell you where he was getting the poison ivy on his body? No, he just told you.
And
he was
also,
getting
sorry, and in the pond, when I've gotten out of the water, I've gotten poison ivy too.
it. Which pond, the one beyond the salt
Where
storage?
we
You
ski.
ski over.
I've gotten poison ivy in those 2 places, me.
Okay.
Corey, we're gonna get the laptops to make sure.
Can you give us a show or an actual?
Yeah.
Yep.
Take a
If
look.
he runs with the video, we're trying to go, we're not.
You're making.
The way he usually dressed,
We show, it's all right. It's all the way to your turn. Too big for me. And just make sure you're turning your head back. Then we'll talk. I think that's good for like 2.5 hours.
can you tell about the personalities?
Yes, please, yeah. Well, Jeff, did we ask you any questions while your attorney was out?
Sorry?
Did we ask you any questions while your attorney was out of the room?
No, you said not to talk until he.
Perfect, thank you, go ahead.
About like 3 weeks ago, we went to visit this, there was this guy that he called his name Nick. And he called,
Is Nick somebody new to you that you know?
oh yes, I saw him once that day and I said, that guy's creepy to Fortis. And he has, I don't know how many acres, like 20, 30 acres, close to the ski resort in Sundown. And so that area is called New Hartford.
Hartford.
And we went with the pickup truck to look at that land around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And the place is like very scary. And the guy was American, small, with mustache. He had like what you use to carry your pants. Suspenders. He had an old pickup and he showed us that piece of land for Fortis to see if he knew someone to sell it, but he was always talking, I have a helicopter and this is to sell it for celebrities. And Giselle Bundchen has a helicopter and he was talking about Bill Gates, and I mean, I'm like, okay. We got, Fortis got there, I got ticks, Fortis got ticks, and he got poison ivy there too. And this guy started calling Fortis like at 4:30 in the morning, like for 4 days in a row. I said, please block this guy, because this guy is like a...
Do you know what Nick was calling for us about?
Because he wanted Fortis to sell, to help him sell his property.
Yeah.
If you go to that place, like he's in construction, he has machines very old, and they were like all parked around the place. And we passed by a place and he had like chainsaw, but like the size of this table, like a ghost with like a scary face, like everything he had done, it was like a meat thing with a hook, like very creepy. And I remember I said, Fortis, call Pavel because we're gonna get killed here. And he called Pavel and Pavel was checking on us all the time, like calling us. And then I don't know what happened to this guy. I never heard from him.
Alright, so we have a laptop here. It's a satellite view from Google. So here's Jefferson Crossing, here's 4 Jefferson Crossing, and here's Eli and Deer Cliff. So you guys would ride out.
So wait, this is Fortis' house.
Okay, alright, so that's fine.
Yeah, we
So-
go up here, all this is the line,
Alright, so you're
again.
traveling east through the woods, to behind the
We
property.
go behind here, that this guy gets upset. We go up here, because this looks like a power. Can you open it
I'm
more?
doing it. Alright, so you're traveling along the southbound side of Jefferson. Yep,
We
and,
go up here,
yeah, go ahead.
how do I go?
You gotta push down and then drag it. We'll zoom
Yes.
out there.
So, see, we go this,
It's a trail, this is where the power lines are.
All this is power line.
Because they gotta cut them. Okay.
And is this the reservoir or
That
there's
looks like,
more?
that looks like, I don't know if that's all of it. There's a body of water here, there's a body of water here, I'm not familiar with it.
Bueno, okay, I don't know, I just know that we go out here, we do this, and then at some point we go in between here.
Yeah.
Here we turn around and then we go back. So all this is like trails.
Let me zoom in. Are you guys motoring on the cleared portion or in the woods?
In both,
All right,
in the
so let
clear
me-
and then it becomes like wood. I mean, I can take you right there, I just need.
Well, we'll see what, you know. I'm getting pop-ups.
That whole loop, when we do it in motor, it takes us about 40 minutes.
So it's a big area.
Any idea? All right. Is there any, like, landmark where you guys turn right? You're going up here.
No, I mean, if you put it bigger and it shows, I can,
Well, I mean, the thing is, if it's bigger, then it's harder for you to see. I was trying to zoom in for you so you can.
but anyway, we can go all the way up to Route 44, so look, Route 44. That's where we've done this. Where's
Do you want to take a ride
Route
with them?
44?
Yeah, you need a life.
This-
44 is here.
So all this, we do that.
She's a way to do that.
We do that all in autumn.
Okay.
And 2 times we crossed even 44 and we kept going to the power line.
Well, this is all power.
Yeah, that's where we are. But this was only, for me, I only did it 2 times. 1 time with Pavel and 1 time for you with Pavel.
She's got it.
So this is property that you and Clovis have been on,
Yeah.
but are you saying that you have no specific knowledge that Jennifer Dulos' body is in here? You don't know?
I mean, I can tell you where we ride motor, but
I mean,
I
let me
never
ask-
saw 40.
Is there anything else about this area that you can tell us? Because this is quite an expansive tract. And
It takes us 40 minutes.
so 40 minutes round trip.
Yes, and we're back in the house cleaning the motor.
Okay, and how many, how fast you guys going on motorcycles? Are you on like, you're going through the woods? So I don't know, so I don't know how fast.
No, I do.
30, 40?
No, yeah, 30, 35
Okay.
at the most.
So 20 minutes out at approximately 30 miles an hour is basically,
In the gravel, when we go in between the woods, a little bit less because I
Right,
fall,
you wanna
he falls, there's rocks,
Okay.
we sometimes stop, move a log.
is there anywhere, if you were to hide something, like a body,
That's like a paradise.
is there, it's like, when you say a paradise, what do you mean?
You know, so it's big, anywhere you can put someone. It like,
In what, like a cave and holes and water? Any idea? Let me ask you a very simple question. What do you think happened to Jennifer Dulos?
where you said, you guys, okay, what I know, and I've seen in the newspaper that she got
No, no,
in the garage.
no. They're asking you for only your knowledge. Not what you read in the newspaper, not what you think the,
And I think that she's still somewhere, hiding. Pero bueno, you guys said that you find blood, so obviously she's not.
Hiding from who?
What Fotis have told me that in the past, before they were married, I don't know when, how many years, she fought with her parents and she disappeared and she moved to Aspen. And she got an inherit of an aunt of $3 million. And she lived like for 3 years in Aspen. And she changed her name to Jennifer Bay, which I still receive in the house,
Okay.
magazines with
Let me
her.
ask you a question.
Then
Let me ask you a question. You have 20 children,
one of mine,
and Nicole, and she's 12.
yes.
Would you ever leave your 12-year-old daughter, listen, would you ever leave and go hide and not tell your 12-year-old daughter where you are? Why not?
Because I'm a healthy person, I won't do that.
Okay. Because she would be very upset, right?
It's something that doesn't even cross my mind,
It wouldn't even occur to you to do that.
no,
Because Jennifer has 5 children
yes.
and other family members. Do you think, why would she go hide and not tell them for a period of time where she is and that she's sick?
Can I talk about the report?
No,
Well,
no,
because
listen, wait a minute, the question
my
was,
question is,
The
my
question
only
was-
answer that I can give is because from my understanding, she has a borderline personality
She
disorder.
got that information from photos.
And this is a man who killed his wife, so.
From photos,
She thought he was.
yes, I got it.
And it happened.
Our impression of photos,
Yes, I got it
Listen
from
to
photos
Jennifer.
and there's
Listen to
I think
Jennifer.
it's John.
Michelle. I'm sorry.
I know, but you keep calling me Jennifer, exactly.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Jennifer's on my mind,
I know.
okay? Because I worry every day and every night about Jennifer. So I apologize for calling you the name of the person in this thing now, for avoidance of these. So Michelle, here's the thing. We're here to find out where she is. Okay, we don't think that you're not the one who orchestrated this. Our impression of Fotis is that he is a manipulative, controlling person. And that's everyone to think he is really right, based on the information. So,
Everybody's in.
I think everybody is, he wanted to get rid of his wife, and he did that. And we're looking to find her for her family's sake.
Killed the mother of his 5 children.
And we want help from you.
I mean,
Who's to say he turned down to you?
yeah, if he can kill the mother of his 5 children, somebody who appears to have been wanting to get back with that mom, according to his phone,
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
it said, here he kills the mother of his 5 children. And according to his, from what we hear from other people and his phone, he appeared to have been wanting to get back with
Sure.
that woman.
Who wanted to get back to
I
her?
thought it was one of
Otis, the one you're like, the man, yeah, the man you sleep with every night.
Text message to her.
Yep. So you think, for 1 second,
So imagine what he would do to you.
so he was trying to set
He
you up.
left his first wife for her. Was married to her for a long time, had 5 children. 2 sets of twins.
You don't
I
think,
know them, I know them very well.
Yeah.
I know you do. I know you do. Your daughter knows them well too. She had the family that she always wanted with those kids.
Well, not the family that she always wanted because I believe she has a nice family and she's happy.
No, what I mean is other children. She yes, she has a lovely family with you,
Okay.
her father, your mom, absolutely,
As
cousins.
you're saying, we have the text messages from photos of Jennifer. We're going back to March. We have it.
But when March,
We have his phone. We have everything.
I know, but for what?
Michelle, when he tells you,
Fotis, let me tell you something about
I
Fotis.
didn't know.
yeah, no, it's okay.
Michelle, we're trying to. We want to tell you something that everyone in this room is probably going to hear. Fotis lies to everyone. And the reason he lies to everyone is to care about one person in the world, and that's himself. He didn't care about his first wife, he didn't care about his second wife, he doesn't care about you. He says all kinds of things to all kinds of people to get what he wants. Okay? He manipulates, he controls. We have no doubt he did that to you. He lies to you. So I know you did, I'm trying to. So he owes you, he feels he owes you nothing. If he could put this murder on you, he would do it in a second. Okay? We don't think that's true. And we want what is fair. Yeah, we will. Return to the just
It's not, when we're talking.
I can't hear you.
when you return comes back.
understand what's going on here. You love a person. You love,
anymore. I don't want to love him
you love a person and love a person and have a relationship with a person who loves only one person, and that's himself. He will do anything he can to get out of what he has done. I have no doubt that he has killed his daughter, his wife, Jennifer.
Okay.
We think you have information.
I don't know, John, but I can walk the whole world with you if you want. I can take you to like a motor place. I can walk, I can spend a month with you guys. I can do whatever you want, but I can't do
You
it.
know what I want you to do right now? I want you to stop talking. We need to take some breaths. Just take some deep breaths. Okay. Okay. It's hard to come to the realization of somebody that you care about, what they're really all about. That's what he's about. And he's always been that way. And he will never change.
Michelle, was the shaving his head, was that his idea? He asked you to do it? You never did that before?
To him,
Yeah.
I've done it to another boyfriend.
Yeah, but from him to him, that was the first time since you've been with him that he ever did that.
No, he's done it before. There's some Father's Day picture, he's in the park with his kids. I think it was in 2017, he also had his head completely
Okay.
shaved. And I think there's a picture.
What about for you shaving his head?
For you,
I know that first time I did it
Okay.
to him with.
And he's asking you.
Yes, he asked me that.
you know,
We made fun of it, like, it was something.
You didn't know what his intent was, right?
but that was the first time he asked you to do it. Other times he did it to himself.
He done it in a barber shop.
Right.
He comes, but it wasn't that short, that's true. Not that short, but that short was my fault, that I put that thing.
He was bald.
Yes, less than you.
He was bald like who? Like Pavel?
No, the red I've always met him without hair.
Fotis was very similar bald to
Like
the way Pavel was, right? When you shaved his head, or was it more like me?
Or more like Ken. Sorry.
Like when I shaved it, it was like him, but he has gray hair. So it doesn't, you look like you have more hair than him.
Yeah, well, I had a lot when you first met me. I finally shaved it up.
We don't think you.
No, I think I met you like that.
It was like this.
I don't know, I don't remember.
Don't worry about it. We're not saying you knew why he was asked for you to shave his head, but it's important for us to know that was the first time he asked you.
Yes,
Okay?
it was.
Okay. So these are the kinds of things that can help us.
Can I ask you something else, Michelle? I know I kind of paused all the first, but that Friday, when Jennifer was reported missing, when you were at church, you saw fullness in the early morning hours. That whole day, you find it's kind of odd that he didn't call you at all? Did you talk to him all day? Is that odd too? Because we have, let me tell you, we have
20 times, and there are days that we talk zero.
Did you try calling him that day and ask him where he was?
No, I can't do that. I mean, in my head, he's in the office, but again, it wasn't
Okay.
for what you say.
And what did you do the next day?
Me,
You and Fotis?
at 9, we had a meeting with Rania and the couple. Like for an hour, he explained all the process of work, blah, blah, blah. I showed the maps, I brought my computer because his computer wasn't supposed to be working for the server. I got into the server with my computer. We showed them the map of the whole of another project in that fought this budget for this lot here. And they were from the home residents. And then he said I have to go because he was supposed to leave his kids at 11. And Rania took them to the lot, an 80 mountain.
And this is Saturday, 25th?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
And 40 step, and I stopped in CVS to buy a gift card for Nicole's birthday girl, a $25 credit card. Then I drove to Edward Walker. At 11:30 we were there and he got with all her friends, they got into a bus.
So let's stop there. What did photos do for the rest of the day on Saturday?
Well, he supposedly was with the police, with his lawyer.
You figured if your mother and your 5 kids were missing, you would want to help your children out and give them everything, anything, maybe you can help out where she is. Otis did not do that. Otis actually was extremely uncooperative with this whole thing, so.
He's done nothing.
He hasn't talked.
He said a word. He won't say a word.
So he told you he was gonna talk to the police?
No.
No, okay. He just,
Might get a lawyer.
he thought
He
he
told
was,
me,
yeah.
no, he told me, because the night before he talked to Lauren and he said, we have to meet at 11, I don't know where, they were meeting with the kids and Puebla, which is the supervisor. So he supposedly drove. At some point he called me. I don't know if he was already with Jacob. And
Who's Jacob?
Jacob's
lawyer.
He was his lawyer, and he said we're going to the police because the police called me to testify, to help or to I don't know what.
It's normal for a missing mom, who you go to find out.
Yes, and supposedly he went, I don't know, I wasn't there, and he went with Jacob.
But you would think that he would drop whatever he was doing the minute he heard that the mother of his 5 kids was missing. He'd get his ass where he should
wanted
be
to
out
go
in the
to
game.
New York, but I don't know who told him, you cannot come here, better stay. I don't know if it was Jacob or Mike Rose.
That's over that, that's.
Bueno, that this conversation I did listen because we were in the office at the end of the office talking, he was. Then the police called me 2 times and Jacob
You
said.
dumping trash in Hartford the day before was extremely bizarre, right? And then the next day, Jennifer's missing and it's all in the
No,
news.
that day we found out at 8:20
Okay,
that the police came to the house.
okay, did you look back for yesterday and say, you know what? We're dumping trash all over the city of Hartford. No. Well, I didn't see photos yesterday. Why are, it's not piecing in your mind?
This morning.
Things like that.
Doesn't make the connection.
Okay.
I don't
No,
think
it's
that
not just-
anybody did that. No, I don't think like that. I might be being stupid, I may.
No.
I'm
No,
retarded.
you're trusting and that's understandable.
You're
And I
loyal
really
girlfriend.
supposed to cross him. It doesn't cross in my mind that I'm sleeping with someone that is thinking of killing someone. If I would have, I would have not been there, with my daughter.
Well, not only did you think about it while you were sleeping with him, he involved you in the cleanup.
Yeah.
Well, that's even worse, I hate him because of that.
Got you in trouble. According to what you're telling us, and what could be the case, the other reason.
But I was cleaning the house, I wasn't
Listen,
cleaning
the only
Jennifer.
reason you even got arrested, according to your story, was because of photos.
Yes, of
Right,
course,
right.
what else?
Going back to that Friday, to that
Yes.
24th. Do you know where Fotis' phone was in the morning?
It was picked up.
Would he,
He fought it, I guess.
would he normally have his phone with him? Doesn't he carry?
Yes and no,
We kind of talked
a
about this.
lot, yes, but
See,
sometimes he leaves them, he's very,
well, listen, he has a business. It's a big money business. He has a phone, business phone, and the business phone is his cell phone. Doesn't he normally carry that cell phone with him to accept business calls? Because his wife is missing doesn't mean his business is out, it's ended, right? Right?
yes.
All right, so Saturday, wouldn't he have his phone with him?
He didn't have it, no,
I'm
I
asking
him on
you.
Saturday.
On Friday, right. On Friday, wouldn't you expect him to have his phone with him? Because it's
But
his,
he didn't have it,
first things first.
So listen to the question,
Wouldn't, on
please.
Friday, when
yes,
you didn't know where he was,
Yes.
wouldn't you expect to have his phone? Have his phone be with him?
yes,
Okay. What if we said it wasn't with him? What if we said it was at the house?
in the house,
Right.
All
What
day.
if we said that? Would that be unusual? That he left his phone behind?
All day.
For the time
Well,
Kind of around
if
the
you put it
murder.
like that, yes, but
That would be unusual?
yes.
Okay, has he, when you call him, does he normally pick up? Unless he's busy?
Or he left the phone
Okay.
in the pond, and he comes back and then he said, oh, come with me and let's pick up the phone because I left.
So the pattern for Fotis is to generally have the 8625 cell phone with him, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know his number by memory.
Okay, it's the business phone.
That's the one, the only one
It's
that I
the
know.
AT&T phone.
It's
Okay, so
860.
478-8625. That's the one on the Ford Group business
Yes,
site,
yes,
right?
yes.
The one on the Ford Group
Yes.
business site. So if he doesn't have that phone with him, that is unusual?
Probably would say yes,
Okay.
but he has left it in the past. He leaves,
So when he leaves it in the past, he leaves it and says, oh, Michelle, you know, I left my phone, we have to go back and get it. And he realizes it within a half hour or an hour, not 6 hours, right?
No, it's
Or in this case,
Does he get a lot of
14
phone
hours.
Does he get a lot of phone calls throughout the day? How often does his phone ring?
Well, right now
Once
it's
an hour?
so,
Like once an hour?
I don't know by hours because I don't
This is
check,
an
but
quiz, this is an
I know, but-
approximation, like how many phone calls?
like right now I know that the business is going slow, so he doesn't get as much as
So how many
like
calls
he
do you
talks-
think he would get?
during the day.
During the morning?
No, I don't know, I don't.
Would he get at least one?
Well, yes, at least one, I guess.
But
I
you're-
believe yes.
You're his significant other, he's got guys on job sites down in New King, these guys aren't calling him saying, hey,
But
boss.
I'm not in the, I'm
No, I know,
not on the
but-
phone with
Well,
him.
for example, this case alone, I work in this case, I'm on my phone all the time, my significant other's phone, Jesus, you're on the phone a lot, because I'm working. That's what
But
this is.
when are you talking, please, I don't understand.
Um,
On Friday?
Yes, right.
No,
These patterns of behavior, of this substance.
Anything. So
Yes.
you're gonna spend Tuesday with photos, you're gonna go to breakfast, you're gonna hang out, he's not gonna work, he's gonna spend the day with you.
No,
He doesn't do that? Okay.
A Tuesday to hang out and have breakfast? No. On a
Doesn't-
Saturday or Sunday? Probably yes.
Is his
It
phone
might
ringing Saturday or Sunday?
be- Yes.
this is his regular patterns of behavior, right? We're just looking for
He talks
behaviors.
over the phone, yes.
Yeah.
Like how often? I cannot tell you. He received 100. He's not
No.
like in a stock market.
Has there been times when you're out to dinner with them or you're having breakfast and, I hang out, the guys are calling me at the job site. They wanna know if,
Each time he talks, he
Right,
walks. He
right.
walks all over the house,
Okay.
and not over all the house.
this is
Because the
good.
house has bad reception, so he either goes to
One
his
spot.
office,
One spot.
Right.
the kitchen, or outside the house. Those are like the three best spots to talk in for Jefferson.
When he arrived home that morning or that afternoon, Friday 24th, did he mention his phone at all?
No.
Did he ask you where it was? Did he mention you that he had left it at home? Did he ask you if you got any phone
And
calls?
he actually called me like at I have it down, like at 1:30 something, he called me.
He called you to say what?
I don't remember, like, he called
Thought
me
you
for.
walked in and you wanted to.
But you remember the time that he called you, but you didn't remember.
Okay, after.
And even me and my daughter, and even him, where are you? I'm in the office, I'm in the house, like, even inside the house, we call each
It's a
other.
big house.
Because it's a big house, so
Absolutely.
for me, that's normal to say, even with my
So you didn't
daughter.
make any calls to him that morning?
No, I didn't.
No. Oh, well, okay. So we go
And
back
when
in
he's
here.
with, when he's with the kids, I cannot call,
So
so
here's-
obviously I'm used to not
Well,
talking
here's
to
what-
him during the day.
So here's what we do, is we do have phone records dating back, I can't give you the exact date, we have a lot of phone records. We have your phone records, we have Fotis' phone records, we have Fotis' second phone records.
Second?
He's got another phone. So,
You didn't know he had
even
another?
though you have another phone, the phone that, when we took you guys to the Litchfield State Police with all that stuff, that phone,
Well, he bought a phone with Jacob on Saturday, when the police took his phone.
That's
Or
not
this is what
entirely-
he told
that's
me.
not true.
He
So
told
that's
me
another
Jacob,
lie you told
he
you.
told me Jacob bought me a phone.
No,
That's
a
very
lie.
It's the
nice.
same stuff.
Joe, that's a
Okay,
bold,
I'm telling
no,
you what
I'm
he
just
told me,
saying,
like,
yeah,
I'm just
I
telling
agree
you.
with you.
He had that number as a line prior to this. So would it be,
Is it a 208, 20,
203.
I don't remember.
The 203.
If you check my phone, I have two numbers for him. He used to have one that I don't know, and that one, I think he gave that line to Petros. But when the mom took the phone, I don't know if he stayed with that line, but I never saw that phone or that line, or I've never told.
We have the US Marshals and the FBI condensing all of your call records. So it's gonna be, what you're saying is normally you wouldn't talk to FOTUS, you wouldn't text him or call him throughout these hours of days because he's working. You guys don't do that normally? Is this gonna be the only day that you haven't been calling him?
No, there are other days we don't talk
Okay.
during the day.
Okay,
And especially when he's on the weekend with the
yeah,
with the kids, because he's with the kids,
Yeah.
we don't even talk.
Right.
And on Wednesdays, when he's in the afternoon with the kids, we don't even talk. Like, we started sending one text, like, are you guys with the are you with the kids? Like, something like that.
Well, he did leave his phone at home that morning. The morning that Jennifer went missing. Does that strike you as unusual?
Oh, I didn't see the phone, but yes, probably it's weird.
what time does FOTUS usually put his head down the night to go to bed? Is he a late guy? Is he honest?
Very late.
Okay, what does he do at night? Usually, what's his routine?
She does say, yeah, he threw things out. And she tries to describe a couple of the places where he threw things out. And she comes out and she says she's scared to say. She's saying, look, I say something and I'm in trouble. So if I get it wrong, so now I'm afraid to talk. I note she asks, what is a housing project? I know people are saying, oh, there's no language barrier. She can understand just fine. Sometimes in language, there are nuances or phrases that a native speaker is going to understand more fully than someone for whom that's not their first language. And when you're translating, when you're talking or listening in a different language, you're translating in your head. So that's a lot to do. I'm not saying that's the problem here, because I'm not convinced that it is. I think the problem is more about people's attitudes and approaches and the lens they look through more than it really is language. Interesting that FOTUS has dumpsters on his property. If this was an innocent thing, why didn't he just throw it in the dumpster? That's a reasonable question. I don't think she's getting it still, because she's saying, well, but we threw bags away before. She has asked to speak to police because they have asked her, can you think of anything that can help us, anywhere where Jennifer might be? So she is racking her brain, or she has been, and she's coming up with something. And then the detective turns around and says to her, we don't want to expand. We want to focus. She can't win for losing here. She's trying. If she doesn't know, how does she know what to focus on, right? He's assuming she knows. Then she's saying she's sorry because she's not doing what they want. And she assumes that she's the one not understanding. And in some respects, she's not. But you know what? That one detective, he's not understanding either. And this happens with witnesses too, where they feel like they need to give the authority what the authority wants. They want to satisfy that authority or please that authority, and so they feel bad when they fail. The detective once again refers to the timeline as a script. He has his mind made up. He's decided that that's what it is. Creating a timeline after an event is a common thing. She did tell them about it. And police officers know this. Detectives know this. So the detective knows that this is a thing. And the detective knows that she didn't try and hide this from anybody. In fact, she brought it up. I didn't know about this thing. FOTUS shaved all his hair on his head and his body. That was something. And yeah, I'm totally convinced that he had this planned. So far, I haven't heard anything that makes me think that Michelle knew what he was planning. Talking about the closet and the shoes, that there were shoes missing. Michelle looks genuinely shocked at that. then she's not understanding. She's saying the police took my shoes. Do you see sometimes there's a misunderstanding that where there's just a slight difference in something and how that leads to a misunderstanding? She thinks the police have taken her shoes. So then she's explaining what shoes she has. They talk again about, well, when was Fotis there for lunch? When did you have lunch with Fotis? And she says, my guess is 12 and 1. I told them 1 to 2, but usually, this is the window for lunch. It's 12 to 2. She says he was wearing a light shirt. That's consistent with what she said before. She noticed nothing unusual about him. I think even if there was something unusual about him, I don't think she would have noticed or at least interpreted it as anything wrong. She just accepts things. And this poison ivy thing, and it was a great question by the detective. Okay, is there poison ivy on this motorcycle trail? And that leads to Michelle telling them, yeah, and also at the pond. Then they get into 3 weeks ago, meeting this guy, Nick, who's with the mustache and the suspenders, who's creepy, and he has acres of land, and that Fotis got ticks there and poison ivy. This one question by that one detective, who isn't treating her like crap, who isn't assuming a lot, got all kinds of information here on where they could look. And this weird Nick guy is calling Fotis at 4 a.m. So, who knows what that's about? Fotis sounds like the kind of guy, he knows a lot of people, and who knows how many dealings he has and what they're about. They ask her what she thinks happened to Jennifer. And she starts to tell them, well, what I read in the paper. Again, she's trying to give them information. She's trying to put together all the information that she's heard or read and give that to them. She's trying to give them what she thinks they want. The lawyer corrects her, and what she says is telling. She says, I hope she's hiding. If Michelle thinks Jennifer is hiding, there's a reason why she thinks that. But I hope she's hiding. It wasn't I know she's in hiding. So it wasn't a misdirect like that. This was a genuine hope. I think Michelle is thinking, oh, good Lord, I hope she's hiding and okay, and she's going to show up and all of this will be over. I don't think she's accepted that Fotis killed her. I think that's too hard for her to accept at this point. And then she goes on to say, Fotis told this story about how Jennifer hid. Well, it's Fotis saying it. He probably said it. And when they ask her, well, would you leave your daughter and go into hiding? No, I'm a healthy person. She's betraying, again, her belief that she got from Fotis that Jennifer was not a healthy person. So remember, Michelle's source of information is Fotis. As they go on, there is obvious grief in Michelle's face as she's trying to grapple with this idea that maybe Jennifer is really dead. Maybe those children lost their mother, and maybe her boyfriend did it. She's really still struggling with that, and there is genuine grief there. We're seeing her try and process everything and struggle with it, and she's in a bit of denial. If she knew about the crime in advance, if she knew that she was cleaning up the crime, at this point, she would have already done that processing, and we would be seeing a different kind of show. And she says, I don't want to know this. And this again reveals something about her and who she is and the way she thinks. She doesn't want any of this to be true. She's still there at that phase.